As I told the team in the locker room, defensively that first half, we were really locked in to our plan. I thought we did a good job on Richmond, good job on Dawes, good job on Dre Davis. And Trey and Steven really worked hard to try to make their catches a little bit tougher. That was the one adjustment that we made from the first time we played them. And then the start of the second half was just beautiful basketball offensively, the way the ball moved. And we turned good shots into great shots. Trey gets a double-double with assist. I think that just speaks to, his versatility and, the way he can put his fingerprints all over the game. And then, Kalk was perfect from the field. And then, besides the 4 shots he blocked, I think probably 8 or 9 shots he changed. So we beat a good basketball team. There's, how that team is on the bubble from an NCAA standpoint, I think that's ridiculous. When you think about the wins that they have in our league. They've got wins against 2 of the top teams in the country, in Marquette and UConn, and then they've won some great games on the road. So it baffles me that a team that's had as much success as they have is even considered on the bubble. So I hope when the time comes that the committee does what they're supposed to do, because Seton Hall's had a heck of a year.
Questions for the student athletes first.
Ryan, what did you see from Trey in the playmaking department against Seton Hall's pressure? Obviously, they were really trying to hedge on those ball screens, but he was able to find the outlet.
Yeah, we all know Trey's a really good passer and playmaker, and so if a team wants to jump out and pressure him, I'm not worried about him handling the ball or turning it over or nothing like that. I know he's gonna make the right play, find an open guy, whether it's me diving to the rim or a shooter, if someone's coming to tag me. So he's great at that, and if the team wants to jump on him, I'll be okay with it. I trust him.
Trey, what did you see? How did you settle into it? How did you not let it speed you up and make the wrong decision?
I think that Kalk did a really good job of getting out of ball screens pretty fast. I think that's something that he's been working on the past couple of days, and something that we knew we were going to be able to get a couple times was him on the late roll. So I knew that if I stretched it out a little bit and let the person that's supposed to be tagging against him just make a decision, whether it be having to stay out there with a shooter and then I'll hit Kalk, or if they stay with Kalk, then I know Kalk's going to probably flare the shooter and be able to throw it over top. So I think we just had a really good game plan going into this game, and I think that everybody was ready to make shots tonight, and I think that Kalk did a good job of getting out of ball screens pretty well.
Trey, scoring was kind of at a minimum for the first 10 minutes. It felt like both offensive had to work for everything. Baylor and Kalk go to the bench, and Isaac hits those threes, and you guys kind of take off from there. What was it about that sequence that kick-started the offense?
I think it just shows that we have a lot of guys to stay ready. I think that Isaac has been ready over the course of the year, whether his number's been called or not, been very positive, been putting in work in the gym. So, when opportunity presents itself, I think he was ready, and I think that he gave us that boost that we needed tonight, even though it may not show up on the box score. But, when he was in the game, he was plus 11. So, that's big for us, especially for him to just come in and be able to stretch out the defense and be able to give them a different look on ball screens and things like that. So, kudos to Isaac. He had a great game tonight.
What clicked for your guys' offense after that? Was it just seeing a sequence like that, or did something change, or what was it?
Yeah, just seeing the ball go through the hole a couple times. We knew that over the course of the game we were going to be able to wear him down, and I think that with Isaac coming in and giving them a different look, I think that it kind of threw them off a little bit, and then from then on, I think that they weren't able to stop us. So I think that just him making a couple shots, having everybody's confidence go up and the energy in the arena go up was really big for us to go into that under 4.
For the season high 10 steals, you had 3 of those. You guys a little bit more disruptive today than you typically are. What were you seeing out there to be so disruptive?
Like Max said, we worked on a lot of denying on Dawes and Kadari, and I think that worked well tonight. And even when we were 2 passes away, we were in the gap really good tonight. I think that we were able to disrupt a lot of shots, knowing that Kadari was trying to get to the rim, and knowing that Dre Davis and those guys wanted to get downhill. So we were in the gap heavy tonight, and we were helping each other very well tonight. I think that was really the difference in the game.
Hey Ryan, the game you guys had out in New Jersey against them was obviously the triple overtime. It was tough to win that game. I know every night's different, but would you have expected to be able to win by the margin you guys were able to tonight after going through what you did out there?
I think we know Seton Hall is a really, really good team, so you never come in to a game against a good team like them counting on a win by this much. But when we execute to our capabilities, we're a really, really good team. So I don't think you expect it playing a really good team like Seton Hall, but it's within our capabilities when we do what we do good.
The two of you have had 3 years to build a lot of chemistry, and that was evident tonight. What's it like to be able to have this opportunity to stick with each other for so long?
It's been a blessing. I mean, I've always said that Ryan Kalkbrenner was my favorite J to play with ever, so that's been fun to go through this college journey with him and being able to just see him grow and being able to see him develop his game into, in my opinion, an NBA caliber big man. So he's really blossomed over this last year, and I think that he's grown every year that we've been together. So I'm happy for him. I'm glad I get to play with him. So.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Trey. Seeing him come in as a freshman, started on the bench, and took over as starting point guard after Nemhard went down his freshman year, and he did you could just see the growth even in that year. And then from year to year, he just keeps getting better and better. So it's been so awesome to play with him. It's just very lucky to have a guard like that and be able to play so many years with him.
2 more for the guys.
You guys have kind of talked about wanting to control your own destiny in terms of Big East tournament seeding. What does it mean now to kind of take a next step and jump into sole possession of third?
Yeah, I mean, it's big for us. I think that we wanted to get rolling at the right time. And I mean, it was a great way to bounce back from a tough loss the other night. So I think for us, it was good to be able to break the tiebreaker if it comes down to it, and being able to just to get the ball rolling, getting ready for Big East play, and being able to go into March and be able to make a deep run. So.
Ryan moved in the top 10 in career scoring at Creighton tonight. How's it feel to be among players like that have come through this program like that?
It's definitely an honor because we've had a lot of great players. Sometimes, it doesn't feel like I should be in that top 10, because I just showed up as a freshman not really knowing what I'm doing. And all of a sudden, I've been lucky enough to spend 4 years here and have a really successful career. So it's been a lot of fun. And, I'm just really happy I ended up here. It's been a great place for me.
Thank you, gentlemen.
That makes 2 of us.
Thanks, Phil.
Most of the time, yeah.
Continue with questions for Coach.
Matt Davis and Dawson on fire. How did you guys limit them to the level that you did?
Yeah, Davis, he had a big game against us at their place, but I was okay with most of the shots. He made some really difficult shots. And I thought Baylor did a good job on him. And then when Baylor went to the bench, we put Jason on him. I thought Jason was really effective on his minutes guarding him as well. And then, Stephen was just absolutely phenomenal on Dawes. He had a really tough 3 on Bello in the second half. And to think that, that is their go-to 3-point shooter. And when Stephen Ashworth was on him, he didn't attempt 1 3-point shot. So, you're making a guy do something he doesn't want to do. And, to hold him to 1 3-point shot in the game was really a credit to, Bello and Stephen being so locked in.
Was that effort on limiting Dawes from shooting from behind the arc and kind of taking him out of that game one of the reasons why you succeeded so well this game compared to the triple overtime?
Yeah, at halftime at their place, he didn't have any points. And then, he got all 21 of them in the second half and the overtimes and, kind of got loose in the mid-range hit. We made a couple mistakes on some screening activity, and he hit some threes, and we didn't make those mistakes tonight. So, like the guys said, I thought our preparation was good. I thought they executed the plan well. But, Seton Hall's not going to quit. That's a good basketball team. And, obviously they're physical. They forced us into 15 turnovers. We've got to clean that up. But for the most part, we kept even on the offensive glass, which was a key part going into the game as well.
Did you see anything different out of Baylor's shot tonight? The 6 for 10? He was on
No, it's just it's a law of averages, So, he goes 7 of 20, I guess, over the last 2 games. What is that, 40%? How's your math?
pretty good.
Yeah, so, it's the best shooters in the world missed over half their shots. So they're not guys that are, they're not going to go 3 for 7 every night. There's going to be some 1 for 8s, and then there's going to be some 5 for 8s. Just happens, but as I told John Bishop before the game, there is a lot of things that keep me awake at night. Baylor Shireman's ability to make a shot is not even on the list.
What kind of accomplishment is it scoring 1,000 points at 2 different schools? It's
really incredible. The season's not even over yet. It took me 4 years in college to barely get over 1,000 points. So the fact that he did it in less than half the time is pretty amazing. But he he means so much more to our team than scoring, and that's probably as good a compliment as I can give him, because he impacts the game with his rebounding. He's one of the best rebounders from the guard position I've ever coached. And then the improvement he's made defensively from last year to this year and the way he's changed his body. Sometimes when guys make a decision to come back because they want to get better, sometimes they put the work in and sometimes they don't. And in his case, he really attacked the weaknesses that he had in his game. And, you're seeing it on full display. He's just, continues to be a double-double machine in this league. And it's hard to get double-doubles in any league, but try doing it in the Big East.
How hard is it for Trey to play at the pace he did tonight with what Seton Hall was trying to do to him defensively to speed up his clock?
Yeah, they mixed it up. They iced him some and then jumped some ball screens. And I thought he just was really patient. I mean, the one lob he threw to the Kalk from the left side across his body was an incredible pass. Like I think his the one thing that's really improved as he's grown is his vision, and making the right read. He very seldom makes the wrong read, and it doesn't always end up in a basket. But he's manipulating that defense, and he's patient enough, he's long enough, and he's savvy enough to get the ball where it needs to go. So, like Baylor, his game is so much more beyond scoring, and his versatility is why he's going to play this game a long time.
Now, how good was it to see this type of response after Sunday and ahead of Saturday's rematch?
Yeah, I also told John Bishop we lost a quad one game on Sunday, and as I looked at that game and evaluated that game, our shots compared to their shots were actually better than our shots compared to UConn's shots, and we won that game by 20. So sometimes it comes down so much to shots go in, it looks really good, shots don't. It doesn't look good. We forced St. John's into, now they're a good two-point shooting team, but some of them are really, really difficult. And we couldn't, they're going to get a shot. We defended it really well, and we missed, 5 or 6 shots right at the rim. So as coaches and players, we can't overreact to a loss, just like we can't get too excited about a win. We've got a job to do. We got to get ready for the next one, and that's for the fans and the media to speculate what happened, what's wrong, the sky's falling, whatever. We don't do that in our locker room ever. We don't do it in the film room. When you go to watch our film tomorrow with our team, my approach is going to be exactly the same as it was Monday coming off a loss. And, this team's been really even keel. We'll reach the point of the season where a loss absolutely kills us. It's going to be hard when that happens, and hopefully it doesn't happen. But right now we just keep growing and keep trying to get better and position ourselves in this league as best we can.
Tonight was the most points Isaac scored in 2.5 months. How big was it for him to see some shots go through?
Yeah, his role has changed as the season has gone on, and with Jason's development and what Jason gives us defensively that maybe the other two don't. So, we just decided, let's play him a little bit as a backup 5. And he's really worked to get better defensively and understanding our defensive plan so that we can try to take advantage of what he brings to the table offensively. And somebody brought it up earlier, that stretch in the game was huge where he had back-to-back threes. And, his teammates did a great job of getting out of the way, letting him pick and pop on that. And, Isaac has continued to work even when he hasn't played that much. And, that you see why that work paid off tonight.
Marquette dismantled Providence tonight. How high level of a game do you? Bless you.
Thank you. Well, every time we play Marquette, it's a pretty high level game. And they obviously got off to the great start this season. They had some injuries, and they had a little bit of a rough patch, but man, they got it over it fast. And Shaka appears to have them playing their best at this point in the season. And I think we'll have an environment here on Saturday similar to what we had against UConn. And, obviously there's some guys that are going to be playing their last game in this building. So, we hope that, we can give a great effort. But we're playing a team that's, got a chance to go to the Final Four. They're that talented, and we're going to have to be really locked in, and our preparation's going to have to be on point.
Anything else?
Thank you.